Okay. And we are live. So I think as you saw, we're gonna be playing some more Minecraft on that survivor world. Oh, and I forgot to mute my own phone. Lol. I don't know. We're just gonna see where the stream takes us, like we usually do. I don't think we ever really I don't ever have anything planned. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, let's get to Minecraft. And back to game. I want to stay awake for a bit so that way mobs can actually spawn. But meanwhile, we can plan out this whole space. I think maybe we could add like more chests to the side. Actually, wait, can I open these? Oh, I can't even open these. Hold up. I did a dumb. We could actually decorate the entire wall here now that I think about it. Like the entire, like... I'm pretty sure you can open chests when they're underneath a trapdoor, can't you? Yeah, I think it's like the trap... Yeah, so... we could do some sort of decorations. Hold up, let's go to the balcony. Where do we want this to take us? Is my question, I guess. Zombie. Why is it only zombies that spawn? Come on, man. Give me a skeleton. Give me a skelly boy. Is it so wrong of me to ask for a skeleton? I also don't want to, you know, not sleep the entire night, though, so... Oh, my dog's on me. That's... oh my gosh, that's actually really funny. Okay, then note to self, do not have the dogs directly where you sleep, because otherwise then it's gonna look really weird. I see these can open. No, actually we need 4, 1 sec. And then... there we go. Oh, we can actually plant 2 if we really wanted to, but I don't want to. We keep going until the berries kill us. AKA we run out of food. I honestly don't think it's done yet, because I do want to add we still need to terraform everything, and then also the inside isn't done, so we get no actual, so we're not going to get like any actual farming until, you see, all the boring stuff doesn't happen until all the good stuff is done. At least a decent starter base, you know? You gotta have at least a decent one. There we go. Now let's cut these bad boys down. Alright, let's see. What do we want to talk about? We could go on the Aphmau rent again. I did say I was probably gonna do that at some point. Let's see. I guess we could just restart, though. So... because what, that was like 2 episodes ago? Also, let me know any funny names we can call this, because if we can call this anything funny, I'm 100% using that. I want to see how long we can go. This isn't like a hardcore world, because I could still die, but I'm just wondering what should the end goal be or something. There's always an end goal to these, whether it's like, oh, survive X amount of days, or just, I don't know, survive? Surviving kind of seems lame, though. Not that I want to, like, constantly be dying, but And I feel like we need a goal to strive for. That's what any decent YouTuber does. Force their audience to watch them as they struggle. Speaking of struggling. I don't know why, but I can never keep my hands, like, in the same position. My hands always want to, like, shift slightly to the right, so my finger is on the E key. I don't know why. I don't have anything shifted, and it's a normal keyboard. There you go. How the hell did that already grow? What kind of tick speed is that one on? And can I get some, please? AKA the growth, not the tick speed. I feel like that'd probably injure me severely. This one's a lanky one. Okay, let's see. What should we talk about with Aphmau? Psychoanalyzing the characters, because they all have trauma and I love them. Most of them. Eren, I'm not... I know Eren's like a favorite of a lot of people. If you don't know, it's whenever they are role-playing, Eren is Aphmau's boyfriend, but in real life they're married. I just don't like his characterization. He gives people with anger issues a bad rep. Like, I feel like he's the reason why everyone, like, looks, like, whenever someone says I have anger issues, they're like, oh, so you're probably gonna beat the shit out of me if I, like, slightly tick you off. They're the people that give people with anger. He's the kind of person to give anger issue people a bad rep, because he literally just fights anyone. You look at Aphmau wrong, he fights you. You, I don't know, breathe too heavily near Aphmau, he fights you. I mean, same thing with Zane, but at least with Zane, it's more of like a friendly sort of like, you made my best friend cry, now I make you cry sort of thing. Which, you know, was kind of honorable, but also he has like a very unhealthy, I was talking about this with a friend, he has a very unhealthy sort of, a very, very unhealthy need to be like near Aphmau at all times, if that makes sense. He's gotten better throughout like the episodes, because I don't know if that's like a characterization change or if like Aphmau specifically wanted him to have some character growth. But he has had some character growth. That is a thing. It's just also you really can't ignore the character he was before, because if you're psychoanalyzing, it means that it's just his past person. But, like, both him and Eren need to get, like, psychologically checked, because both of them have, like, a very unhealthy relationships with people they care about. Eren only cares about Aphmau, which is why he, like, is heavily protective of only Aphmau. But also, like, dude, chill. Not everybody's out to get Aphmau. Like, I can understand when the pranks go too far, like, if they killed, like, her pet or something. Then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a reasonable response. Violence. I would do the same thing for my dogs. But it's literally, like, everything. Anything and everything that he can get mad about. It's that. It's like if someone was told to make a character with anger issues, but the only thing they had to reference was social media. And then we got Eren. That's how I feel like it got made, because I feel like because again with the colorization things, like what I was saying last time, they're all very close with the color that associates with them. Because KC is pink, and pink is usually a very girly color, and it's usually seen as a more feminine thing. And it's also like, it's a very heavily sexist color, I feel. Personally, I don't like pink. But KC, literally everything is pink. Like, she's the stereotype of the pink girl that needs to have everything pink. And also, she's a very girly girl. She's always talking about dresses and wanting to have a future with kids. And I'm like, KC, where is this coming from? Is it coming from your heart? Or is it coming from severe stereotyping? Because, like, Pink also, back in when people switched the colors, or not now, like, before the colors got switched, so, blue was a girl's color and pink was a guy's color. The reason why, so I've heard, or, like, so I've, like, interpreted when I was, I'm gonna go get some more axes. When I was doing the little color research is what's it called? Is because, like, pink apparently is a very strong color it was considered a stronger color back then. Hence why it was specifically for females, or no, for males, because they were supposed to show off the strong man attitude, you know? Look at me, I'm a macho man. Bow down before me, because I'm super buff or whatever. I don't know how men talk. As you can clearly tell, I am not male. But yeah, like, essentially that's their reasoning for why the colors were like that. So, what the fuck? Well, I just started dying via my one good food source, so I feel betrayed. Let's see. So, fuck. The one downside of eating berries, if you right click near the floor, it immediately just is like, okay, so you're trying to plant, and I'm like, no, I'm not trying to plant, I'm trying to eat. I'm starving. I think you're trying to plant. No, I'm trying to eat. Anyways, which I think kind of goes into her character. Like, she's also stupidly protective. But it kind of is more in, like, a grr, I'm scary kind of protective. If that makes sense. You know, like, it's a very, like, and also I think she's, like, heavily inspired by, like, Uwu. If you know what that, like, Uwu cats or whatever. Probably not the cats, actually. Just, like, the Uwu trend in general, where, like, it's, oh, I'm a kitty, Uwu. I'm so cute. Tee-hee. I never really got into that trend, personally. I never really liked it. It was just weird back then. Gosh, people were, like, a real different breed. I think her character design is very similar to that sort of, like, ooh, girly girl kind of stuff. But then again, you also really gotta think, like, why? You know, I'm not faulting Aphmau. Casey's a wonderful character, probably one of my top favorites, but really, girl, you can't do better than a girl who literally just falls in love the entire time. That's all she does, too. Just she's like a hopeless romantic. Because all she ever does is fall in love with random things. It's not even guys half the time. It's just things. You know? Like, I can understand a hopeless romantic, okay? I can understand if you put one in there. But why do you gotta make it this hopeless? She was trying to date a crab. A crab. If that's not desperate, I don't know what is. Seriously, though, like, they couldn't think of anything else at all? Not even, like, a little? I may just be nitpicky here, but, like, I feel like I'm justified. Why is KC such a hopeless romantic when there's an actual guy who wants her? Like, I can understand being a hopeless romantic, you got no one going for you, okay? That's understandable, okay? Because that's the literal definition of being a hopeless romantic, alright? Being a hopeless romantic while someone's actively into you? and you know they're into you because apparently Casey actually understands that Zane does love her. Because she abuses that a lot, right? But you really gotta ask yourself, when is it too far? How far until it gets too far, you feel? I don't know if that's just me being overly nitpicky. It probably is, if I'm really thinking about it, but come on, I can't be the only one here. I mean, this girl just comes out of nowhere and then just decides, yep, this one. I want this one. You really gotta think about it and be like, girly, what do you mean? You can't just have this one. There is no just this one. There is yes, and there is no. There's no just this one. I got 6 blocks of coal. Can I get more? You can get 2 more. I could get more if I really wanted to, but I don't want to waste too much coal right now. Alright. I think the night's been going on for long enough. I really can't tell because I kind of stupidly made my house, so I can't really... What's the word? I can't really look outside to see where the sun is because the sun's pathway is there. So when it's like high noon, my house kind of covers it. It's already grown. What kind of steroids are they putting inside of the freaking trees? Like, honestly, dude. This is terrifying. It's already grown. It's a freaking Christmas tree. What the heck? Oh, wait, no. I think I just haven't cut this one down yet. But still, what the heck? Why is it growing so fast? Did I put steroids in the ground or something? Okay. I thought I heard something. Never mind. Okay. No, but, sorry I've been going on with Casey so much. She's just a character that really irks me because she's, like, literally the definition of why can't you be more like a girl? And she took that, like, very seriously. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, someone took the thing of why can't you act more like a girl? And Casey took that sentence personally. That's what I interpret her as, because really there's not much else to say, or not super much, but like also she's kind of like ditzy, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's like mean or not to say, but yeah, she's kind of like halfway there, you know? Like, her brain cells went on a road trip and she wasn't invited, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's dumb. She can be intelligent and she does show it. She can be strategic when it comes to specific things, but those specific things are also kind of sexist as well. Which, I mean, with how KC is, you know? Like, you would expect for, I don't know, someone to be like a super big macho man or something. But no, we get a dude with an insecurity complex, like, or I suppose the better way to say it is an inferiority complex. Because that's what Zane has, and Zane has a severe inferiority complex. Or I suppose he always wants to be superior, so is that a superiority complex? No, it's a superiority complex hiding an inferiority complex. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you, me. But, yeah, like, you really gotta think about, like, Zane, what are you doing here, dude? You're not showing off to anyone. You're just showing everyone that you're sad and alone. And that you, like, desperately crave attention. Which probably makes sense if he's the younger child. Because he is the younger sibling, if I remember correctly, between his dynamic with Gareth. But the problem with that dynamic is that now Gareth is not an official Aphmau member anymore. But Gareth, I believe, represents the color white? Question mark? Either that or gray. Or either that, I think Gareth was just a special breed and he just was able to have whatever skin he wanted. But his hair was white and all of their hairs... No, not all of the hairs. They always have something to correlate with what they're wearing. Like, mostly what they're wearing is usually what they have for that. So that way they can have their, like, what representative of their color. Because every single person does get a color. Because when Kim was introduced, she had lime green already in her house. Like, she was building with lime green concrete. Which shows us that, like, they do start with the color. Like, they don't, like, grow into the color. They literally, like, when you become an Aphmau member, you literally just have a color that's assigned to you. I don't know if they assign it to you via your own personality, or if they assign it to you, like, via what character traits they need. I feel like personality-wise, they probably would. Either that or... I think it might be a mix of the two. Like, what personality can you pull off and what personality do we need? And then they kind of, like, do it then. Then again, I don't really know if it all really can match up because purple is usually another very feminine color. And Aphmau is purple. But, what was I doing here? Aphmau is just... because she's the main character, you can't really stereotype her as much as the other ones. Because, like, the other ones, they're the typical stereotypes. Pierce and Ian are the typical jocks with, like, a really weird friendship that probably borders on possible actual relationship. While, like, Zane is the hopeless nerd that always has the need to constantly prove that he's better than everybody else, so that way nobody else leaves him behind, therefore making a very unhealthy, clingy relationship when it comes to his best friend. Aaron is the over-explosive hothead bully that not a lot of people like, but someone finally did, and he's, like, scared that that person is gonna leave him too. So he tries to cling to her as much as possible. And then you have the two other ones where it's the two bully characters where, like, they're canonically bullies. Like, that's their whole character trait, which is kind of a sucky character trait to have, not gonna lie. Also, their voices are, like, hella annoying. I don't know if I'm the only person who thinks that, but me personally, that's a really annoying voice to listen to constantly. Whenever they're on, I'm always just like, please have very short screen time or something. Because, like, the guy bully, I don't even remember what his name, I don't even remember what their names are. I just remember the colors. I'm pretty sure one is, like, dark gray, and the other was, like, magenta. Because he isn't black, but he also isn't, like, any brighter color. But, like, also Gareth is more of, like, the fun older brother that has to, essentially raise his younger brother because of their parents ain't doing shit. Then, but then you get Aphmau. And then you really gotta question yourself when it comes to Aphmau, because where are you, Aphmau, honey, my dear? What the hell are you? Because she's not a stereotype. That's for sure. She's not a stereotype. But she's also not But she's also not 100% original. Because the purple, she still acts somewhat, like, heavily girly, but I'm pretty sure that's just her natural personality. Like, she's just naturally a girly person. And it isn't, like, bordering on sexist, like, when it comes to KC. But then also, you really gotta think about, like, she throws everybody for a loop, and not in a good way sometimes. She just honestly sometimes just doesn't understand what's going on. Not in like a, oh, I'm stupid because I'm a girl sort of way. It's more of like a, I don't really understand why you're processing an emotion like that. But then she does feel those emotions when it comes to like her own things, which makes me think she's kind of selfish. Hot take, ooh. But, like, if you really think about it, I'm not wrong either. Because she is constantly like, I'm such a good person. And you know, when someone says they're such a good person, you're not really inclined to believe them. You don't believe anybody when they say something about, like, themselves. Like, if they say, like a specific character, like, an oddly specific character trait, like, I'm such a good person, makes me kind of believe that you're not a good person. I'm gonna be honest here. It does not help your case to say that you are a decent human being. All I heard was, I know how to make myself sound better. No, because, like, when you go to her earlier videos, when it comes to, like, the helping my friends out as different creatures, first of all, the creatures that she chose are all creatures that she likes, not her friends. Because it's clear whenever those things, like, appear to her, or to her friends, because they don't apparently see her name tag via canon, they freak out, or they get, like, disgusted. I mean, minus the cats one, because apparently it's canon that they're all cat people. And dog people? No, it's canon that, Ian is a dog person, KC is a cat person, Zane is a cat person via KC because he wants her to like him more. But in reality, he prefers horses to actual household pets. Gareth just likes anything cute, so honestly, that's kind of a catch-all term. Or he's kind of like a catch-all, because he's like, oh, look at it. Like, at everything. And you gotta be like, my good sir, I've looked. It's a hamster. What else do you need? But, oh, look at it. Like, I can understand if you want a character that, like, just perceives everything as overly cute. But come on. There's a limit. There's a limit. What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? There's... That's a lot of taiga. Oh, look, one of them actually grew. Disappointment. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I just like thinking about it. It's like more of a food for thought sort of thing. Wall, chest wall. Maybe we could do like a desk sort of thing there. Hold up. Also, if you hear my stomach, no you don't. I'm just gonna make that very, very clear right now. If you hear my stomach, no you don't. I'm eating soon. I personally don't really care much. You know, like if someone's gonna like be like, here's food, I'm not gonna be like, ugh, disgusting. How dare you feed this to me, peasant? No, that's stupid. It's free food. I'm gonna take it. Whether I eat it now or later is not up to is none of your business, but I'm gonna take the food. It'd be a dumb decision to just pass up free food like that. I don't understand people who do that. Oh, yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Ma'am? Do you know when the next time you're gonna get free food is? Who knows? Certainly not you, because apparently you just don't grab at the chance to get free food all the time. Why? It's free food. You're not paying for it. At all. You're not paying for anything. So why are you arguing? What is thy purpose? Well, actually, I can actually make a black bed now that I think about it. Where did I just put? New recipes unlocked. Check your recipe book. F you. The recipe book. I'm trying to make me a bee bed. Beautiful. I got me a bee bed. The bed of bees. I kind of like this being like a little desktop area. No, I kind of like it. It's like a little workshop. Maybe I can move the crafting table to up here. I think I would like that. See, the thing is that it's so big, but it's also so empty. And it feels depressing. Like, you can feel the waves of depression. I feel like I'm just being overdramatic, but... Yeah, and then... Oh, wait, no. Maybe not 2. God, why is everything so even? Everything's so, like, disgustingly even. What have I done with myself? You know what's bad? Oh, no. This is even 2. So I need to have 2. You know what? We're just going to put them on the ends. We're putting them on the ends. We're putting them on the... No, because then this doesn't look right. Oh, my gosh. Commit manslaughter. We're just going to put them, like, here in the ends. That way it doesn't look off, and I can still get something that's pretty. Because if I put it one too far at the end, then it's just inaccessible and it's annoying to deal with. But if I, see, because if I do that, it's kind of nice. Hold up, I think I'm going to need, chairs for that. I feel like it'd just look better with chairs, not slabs. And both my crafting tables are upstairs. I don't know, it's just... I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why I don't know why I'm doing this. Help me. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's gotta be the... Ah, damn it. It's gotta be the opposite. There we go. There we go. See, like, because then it looks like there's a block in the center of it. This is my favorite trick to do, because then it looks like there's a block in the center, and it doesn't look as awkward. Actually, I probably could just only have one of these, couldn't I? I just wasted a whole bunch of mangrove, didn't I? Ah, I could have. Yeah, I could have just added like this. I kind of want it closer to the stairs, though. One sec. There we go. There we go. That way I can just like come up the stairs and use it, or I can just flick this down maybe. No, I wouldn't be able to access it. And baby details, baby details. Actually, what if I like switched it? How would that look like? It looks kind of stupid on one side, but I could probably build it off on the other. One sec. Yeah. We could have like candles or something here. I don't know. I just need decorations. We could make a table. I could do that. But that's like so overly tedious. I don't like doing it. Do I have trapdoors? There you go. See, because if I put something here, it's not gonna, like, transfer that sideways as much as I want it to. Then also if I put, like, trapdoors here, then I'm not gonna be able to, what's it called? I'm not gonna be able to put anything on top of it, which would be kind of annoying. Yeah, because see, these are still usable now. I just need more color in here. I think that's what I need. Can I make a painting, actually? My fucking crafting table is up here. Get with the program, me. Get with the program. I can. I just need wool. Which I'm pretty sure I have. Hold up. Yes! Let's use the light gray because this is honestly annoying. Oh wait, hold on, I need sticks. I have some sticks, but I also want to put some I need to put some of these back. Let's see, there, and I'm pretty sure the sticks were over here. Let's check. Okay. Oh, look at this little bundle. Can only make 5. Oh, I don't have enough sticks. Okay, well, we have paintings now. Look at us being innovative. Oh, that's ugly. No. 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 Why is it the same one each time? No. I don't want it, like, on the floor, though. Oh, it's because these ones are stupid. Oh, there we go. I like that one. Actually, hold up. Are there others? Ooh. This one. I want this one. No. I don't like that. No. No. Haha! I knew it was possible. No. 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 Are there only 2 that I could choose from? Ooh. No. Seen it. Same thing. Same thing. No. If I came home to that, I think I'd think of it as a creeper. I think it's just the pixelation that's really bugging me. You know what? We're doing the elephant ring. I don't care. Rough to you too, dog. Rough to you too. I just needed some, like, more color in here, because I feel like it's very, like, it's almost, like, dead. That doesn't look great. Put it up one. There we go. And then this one will go... The problem with this is that I made it too even, so I can't have anything uneven now, otherwise then it's... I kind of wished I made mine a little, like one side even, the other side, like, little lopsided. Gonna be honest. But I'd much rather deal with that pain. How the hell is it already grown? It's been a day! It's been 1 day! Forget the mangrove trees. I already gave up on trying to figure out how the hell these work. It's been a day! Where did you spawn from, Satan? I feel very offended. I feel I don't know how I feel, but I know it is enjoy. And this one just fucking popped up too. Okay. Okay. What's something I want to be able to do one day? I feel like that would be a better conversation topic because then I'll stay on it longer. Let's see. I think I want to write something. Maybe not for like you guys, but write something. Probably like a fanfic now that I think about it. I think that's like the only thing I'm gonna be able to like feasibly write. Or maybe I could just take a fanfic idea and then turn it into an actual book. I mean, that's what they did with Twilight, right? With like 9/11 and stuff. I don't remember the exact specifics, but essentially it's like some dude saw 9/11, got traumatized, or he didn't get traumatized, he got like, got off his ass or whatever and made a band. Then someone was inspired by their music to write a novel or something. No, and then wrote 50 Shades of Grey. And then someone read 50 Shades of Grey, and they're like, you know what we could do? I want there to be vampires and werewolves, and there's a love triangle. And then wrote Twilight. It's the basic gist of... like, how that happened, I suppose. It's like the best gist I can give you. But yeah, like, I could do something like that. I think that'd be pretty fun. I don't think anybody would want to read what I could write, though. I think I've put some pretty weird shit. You know, like those people that are like, just write your thoughts, it'll make you so much better. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me, because all my thoughts are just, like, self-deprecating, so, like, what happens is that I'm writing, and then it just looks like the book is insulting me. Like, it's literally just, like, oh, look at her. Look at your hair. Your hair is just so, like, off-putting. It's the reason why people don't talk to you as often. It's because of your hair. And I'm over there like, how the hell does my hair not look right? What the hell are you talking about, dude? You know? Like, you gotta really ask yourself, like, at what point am I just writing a self-hate diary? And at one point am I writing something that I can actually use in my future life? Because I know it's like some people, they get inspired by like what they wrote as like children or whatever. And then they use that to like fund or to like factionize something that they're doing. Like, for example, an entrepreneur would go to like their childhood drawings or whatever, be a little sap and be like, ugh, I've just always wanted to own a company. I've always wanted to be my own boss, yada, yada, yada. But, like, my stuff, if I go back there, it's, like, at first it starts off all cutesy, like, you know, a typical, like, small girl thing after they figure out what a crush is. Man, I think I have a crush on so-and-so. And then the next one is, and then literally the next page is like, about how I want to run away and never come back from society. Not because my mom did anything. I just didn't want to be a part of society anymore. So I think my younger self was just telling me, like, if I go based off of that, I'm just living off grid. Doesn't sound like a too bad of an option, though. It'd probably be really, really quiet. Now I'm actually considering it. No, I can't. I like people too much. I need some way to drain my battery, and the best way to do that is socialization, so... So there's a pupa there. I don't know why I call it a pupa, because a pupa is a stage in insect life. Because, you know, you got the larva, then you got the... No, is it the larva first, or is it the pupa first? I think it's the... No, I think it's the larva. No, because you get larva, then it goes to pupa, then it goes... mystery, then adult. Like, for example, for bees, it starts off as a larva, then it turns into a pupa, which kind of just looks like a maggot, And then after a while, it just becomes an adult. Like, fully grown and stuff. And then, like, butterflies, it's instead of pupa, I'm pretty sure they just have a chrysalis. It's like the cocoon. The cocoon is the substitute for the pupa. I used to really like animals as a kid. I was over there like, I'm gonna be a marine biologist, and then overstimulated me like in biology class. It's just like, nope, I'm never touching any of these things again. Dear gosh. I don't think it was entirely my fault though. I still blame my lab partners because we had a male rat when we were dissecting it. I didn't mind the dissection, okay? I didn't mind it. It was just the smell. Ugh. The smell of it, like, dissecting, like, disintegrating under us just didn't work. Like, it just didn't feel right to me. And then, but again, we had the male rat, so some of my freaking lab partners, because they were also guys, were like, let's cut his penis open. And I was like, why? What is the purpose? And they're like, I don't know, it'd just be funny. Like, no, dude, it's not gonna be funny. It's just gonna be fucking weird for everybody. They did it anyways, because the teacher was like, you can dissect whatever you want because we're gonna throw away the rats later. I'm like, damn, they're not even gonna get, like, I don't know, a specialized can or something? You're just throwing them out with the regular garbage, huh? I wonder if garbage people ever question like school garbage facilities, because like the amount of things that the school's got to throw away, that's gotta be like some of those things has gotta be suspicious, like chemicals and stuff. Like I'm pretty sure with like chemicals and things, the school does like have designated places to disintegrate those, not disintegrate, but like get rid of. Yeah, they, like, get rid of those in a specific way. But other than that, like, they just throw everything in the trash. The school doesn't even recycle. I don't even know why. They just don't recycle. Or, like, they just don't recycle well, I suppose is the best way to say it. They don't recycle well. Like there's a recycling bin and then there's a trash bin. But I saw both of those bins going to the trash, like, into the giant dumpster trash can that's in, like, the side of the school. They ain't slick. Like, they give the illusion, like, oh, we're doing so good with the environment. But then, like, in reality. Like, expectations versus reality, but it's, like, 10 times worse. I suppose not 10 times worse. I'm being overdramatic there. I messed up. There we go. But I don't know. I don't think I'm the only one who has to think like this, you know? Because, like, truly, why? You have every opportunity to do something, like, slightly... I kind of want to see, like, a horror novel and where, like, there's, like, a teacher that's a serial killer, but instead of, like, doing normal serial killer things, like, teacher serial killer things where, like, they kill the students, they kill, like, I don't know. You can decide that, but they kill and then they throw everything away in the school's dumpster, like the day of garbage pickup. Like they own, like it's like the murder specifically happened like around the garbage pickup time, and then they throw the dead bodies in the giant dumpster. So it'll take weeks before anybody really realizes that there was a person in there. Especially because, like, I'm pretty sure the ones that go to the schools, those all are, like, one of those ones that have, like, the compactors in it to fit more trash in. So, like, they start the compactor, and basically, like, after that, it's just a bunch of, like, flesh things. Flesh scraps, I think is the best way to say it. And, like, blood. But, like, they're not gonna know which stop it happened at. So then, and they can't exactly just shut down the entire facility. And even if they shut down the entire facility, they're not gonna know where the murders came from. I want to see that written. If anybody writes that, credit me for your inspiration. I just gave you an entire. I just gave you a wonderful horror novel idea, and I want to see it come to life. I need to see it live now. I need to see that. I want to read that. None of this, you know, like, screw pedophile teachers. Give me a serial killer teacher that kills, that, like, kills at random. Like, they don't even have, like, a specific age group or anything. They just kill whenever they feel like it. It isn't, like, an anger issue saying, like, oh, you pissed me off. Oh, shit, I killed them. It's more of, like, a, I'm bored. Where's the nearest stabby person? Where's the nearest person I could stab? Kind of deal. Kind of like Toga, and we're like, they're just like, ha, stab. I don't know. I think I'm just weird for that, but actually, no, I'm not weird for that. You're weird for that. For thinking it's weird. Haha. I've out weirded you. No, but like, think about it. I think that'd be a sick storyline. And, like, one of the students catches them in the act, but they're, like, one of the students that, like, is, you know, if you want to have some angst in there, you can have, like, that one be the student that, like, nobody likes, or is, like, the biggest bully or whatever. And the teacher said that, and, like, the teacher, like, threatened his life via, you know, about to stab, stating that if he were to tell anybody, oh, shit. The teacher would kill him too. I want to see this. Either as a movie or as a book. I'm not going to be reading the book because I can't read. But I'll get one of those auto readers to read it for me. I want to see this. I want this. I want this as a story now. If I write it, I'm actually gonna... If I actually write those, you guys are gonna be in for a surprise, because I can't write properly. Bruh, there's coal behind the iron? Bruh! I was looking for a decent vein of iron, not a vein of iron and coal. I mean, we got 4, but... I don't know if I want to have the animal farm underneath my, base, or if I want to have, like, the veggie farm underneath the base. You know? Because if I have the veggie farm underneath my base, then I'll just probably be eating vegetables most of the time. But if I have the, but like I'll be and I probably wouldn't need as much coal if I think about it. Oh god, I could hear the Skelly Boys coming for me now. It's either that or I'm, like, really paranoid. I'm probably just really paranoid. I've never, like, ventured beyond here. So, let's see how far this goes, shall we? Oh, look. A log. Mine now. I've been listening to a lot more techno music as well lately. It's been pretty cool. Now I remember why I loved techno music. I got out of it because people were like, that's a weird genre of music. Why do you listen to that music? You should listen to the classics. I'm like, yeah, probably. So then I started listening to more, like, actual music, but then, like, lately I found, well, I got back into Gacha Life. That's something. And, or I guess, like, that's the catalyst that started it again. And there was this song that was by a creator called Creep P. That is Creep-P. His name is not Creepy. Is not creepy. It's Creep P. The letter P. Oh, there's an entire river over here. Ooh. River. Sorry. And I really liked it. Like, that was a bops. Like, that song was an absolute bop. No regrets. And, I got really... So then I got really... Oh my gosh. A whole new world! I got really into the song, and now I have, like, several songs by both creator... Or, by Creep P and one other one. Oh! Golden apple, golden carrots? Curse of binding, mending helmet. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. If I can get enough iron to, hold up, let's get rid of some of this junk. If I can get enough iron, I might be able to... Oh, wait, hold on. If I can get iron and I can get an anvil, I'm pretty sure I can get the mending onto the anvil instead. Ooh, into the book, and then I can do a mending book. I'm a genius! No, I'm not. Anyways. But, what was I talking about? Finding out just a lot of surface iron now. A lot of surface coal too, but surface iron is more important to me. I don't want to eat any of the golden carrots though. Okay, you know what? That's gonna be put into a satchel for now. Like, it scares me to eat the carrots because then, like, I don't know when I'm gonna... No, that's a sheep. I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna be able to find something like that, you know? I just feel like I shouldn't eat them. I feel like they're just too precious. They're precious. What was I talking about? Like literally, what was I talking about? I can't remember. Nope, can't remember. Brain is fried, can't remember nothing. Let's see. I could just also just rewind the video and then figure out what I was talking about that way, but I feel like that'd just be cheating. What was I talking about? God damn it. The fuck was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about my music, right. The other one is from, Ghost and Pals. Ghost and Pals is actually a pretty, I like them. The things are, like, hella cool. The music that they make is, like, really, really good, in my opinion. Creepy, they do have some inappropriate songs. Like, highly inappropriate songs. Like, they're not meant for children sort of inappropriate songs. And they're kind of even inappropriate for teens. Those ones are kind of, should be rated mature. But, some of the other songs are okay. Toy Box is that sand? Oh my gosh, it's sand! I don't think I've ever been so happy to find fucking sand in my life. Holy shit. Bro, it's sand! It's a whole desert! Sugarcane! Why am I so happy? What the... Gosh, this is what happens when you game too much, guys. Caution for you wannabe gamers. This is what happens. Your happiness doesn't come from from anything specific in your life. It comes from you finding a fucking desert biome in Minecraft because you've been so desperate to have something that actually can be consistent for once. You know, consistently disappointing. Oh my gosh. I just hope I remember the way back. I probably will. Probably won't. We're also gonna extend this video by a bit, so it's not gonna be the same 2 hours. I think I'm either just gonna go into my voice breaks, because that's gonna be hella funny. Or I'm just gonna go into my water runs out. I think I'm gonna go into my water runs out because I think that's gonna take a lot less time. Oh my god, it's the doggies! Hello, doggies! Hello, hello, hello. Oh, this wasn't... Oh my gosh, it's like the smallest fucking sand biome ever, but I'm gonna take it. Where, like, I'm pretty sure also if I can get a map, I'm pretty sure I can also, like, bookmark places. I saw somewhere where you can do that, where, like, you right-click a map in Java Edition and then bookmarked. Wait, is that more over there? Yeah, look. Hold up. Is it this one? Oh, okay, it's this one. How do you figure out facing north towards negative... Okay, hold up. I'm pretty sure there's a way where you can see what biome you're in, ain't it? Oh, can't... Oh, okay, we can also see, you can see what's... Okay. Okay, can I get what biome I'm in? Minecraft Vanilla, Fantasy. Things are changing too much, and I don't like that. Oh, here we go, Biome Builder. No. Yeah, look, there's more. Look at all this beautiful sand. Gosh, isn't it lovely? Don't you love sand? Yeah, I'm gonna need to get food and stat. I could probably just make pumpkins, but I don't really want to be building a pumpkin farm. I wonder if I could find like a desert thing. Why is everything taiga? Why did I have to get the world spawn of like infinite taiga biomes? Like, everything is sandwiched with the taiga biome. The taiga biome is sandwiched with the taiga biome. That doesn't even make sense. It's actually be a sick world to play with people because, like, I don't know. I feel like this would just be sick to play with people. Ooh. Hello? What are you? A firefly bush? Well, don't mind if I do. It's a pretty looking bush. Ooh, look at that mountain. I feel like this would also be a really nice place to live. Am I gonna live here? Hell no. Am I saying it's a nice place? Heck yes. Some pumpkins over there. I'm gonna go steal them. I literally sleep so quickly that nothing really spawns. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm out of the tick speed area for, like, I'm not rendered. Not rendered in some areas in my, like, where I live, so those trees ain't growing. I just wanna come back. I don't know, I just don't explore my worlds too often. I usually just kind of stick to one place and then I never leave. Which sounds like really wimpy now that I say it out loud. But I'm not wrong either, though. Like, you kind of need to admit, like, there's like a lot to consider when it comes to you, like, venturing out, especially because, like, you already kind of have a base. So most people, they already, like, have a base, so it doesn't make much sense for people to, like, leave said base super often. So that usually just ends up being something that people just forget about. Like, they just don't venture anymore. Like, after you get comfortable somewhere, you don't really want to venture out anymore, which, I mean, like, is understandable. But I feel like I need to get back into the habit of just leaving for the sake of leaving. You know? Oh my gosh, why can't I? Thank you. Jeez. Oh wait, hold on, I need... No. There we go. Nope. You don't belong in there. You, and you. I definitely need to cook food when we get back. I think I'm gonna head back now, actually, but... I don't know. I think pork is just a very good food resource. There we go. Oh, look. 2 more raw pork chops. I already got 10 raw pork chops. I think a feature I never want added to Minecraft would have to be, like, overcooking food. I don't know why people like that. I saw a mod out there where it's like, you can overcook your food. I'm like, why the hell would anybody want that? That just seems like a waste of time. Like, let me leave something in the oven for 2 hours and forget about it, okay? And let it not burn down my house. Or, like, the functional oven things. I don't get... Horses! Ah, great. Now I sound like Zane. Is that a pretty pony? Also, I stan Zane when it comes to, like, liking Pinkie Pie. I love Pinkie Pie. She's, like, one of my favorite ponies in, My Little Pony. And, it is canon that he watches My Little Pony because of the render of him with Pinkie Pie. It's either that or that was a very strong coincidence, but Pinkie Pie is very distinct, so I feel like that wouldn't work. You can't just say it's a coincidence when you have a bright pink pony and with a bright pink mane that's curly with specific blue eyes with a party cannon. You know, you can't really, like, you can't fake that. Or you can't pass that off as, like, can't really pass it off as something that, like, you can just, like, explain away. You know? It's very, like, specific, so I feel like Zane is definitely 100%. I mean, I like Pinkie Pie. If I could cosplay as one of the ponies, I would definitely cosplay as Pinkie Pie. Just because she's such a fun, bubbly character, but she also does understand, like, what it means to have more harsher realities, I guess. Like, she isn't weighed down by them, but, like, she can understand, like, okay, this is a serious time. I need to be somewhat serious, but also I want to kind of lighten the mood a bit, you know? Like, she seems insensitive. But she's not. She really isn't. She's just trying her best. And that's all anyone could really ask of you, Pinkie. I don't know why I'm crying, but, like, a lot of people oftentimes, like, hate Pinkie Pie. Like, hate on her. Because she's, because of how she acts. But, like, no. My Pinkie did nothing wrong. She's a wonderful, wonderful pony. If anyone says anything otherwise, I will chop your necks. I'll do this to you. If I can get the shooting right, I will do that to you so many times over. I will ensure that your family is not safe either. See this ship? Bam. Let's head back now, actually, because I'm gonna die of starvation. But, yeah, like, come on, dude. Pinkie Pie did nothing. You're just being salty. Okay, hold up. I need to get... Oh my god. I need to get the cooked food one sec. Oh my god, no. Hold up. Wait a minute. Well, let's put some liquor in it. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna eat this chicken first. I'm gonna have to reorganize this entire bag, aren't I? Okay, hold up. Yeah, but what I was saying before with the two... with the two, creators? Yeah, but essentially, like, their like, main thing is... the two music producers, I suppose is the better way to say it, but... the main way to, like, interpret their music is more, like, it's kind of more of, like, how you're feeling in the moment. Not in, like, a cringe... not in, like, a cringe way where it's, where it's like, oh, it's all cheesy, happy stuff. No, like, it's like, one of them is like, one of the lyrics is like, what are one of the lyrics? One of the lyrics is like, oh, in your eyes, I'm a demon, aren't I? Which is more of like an actual thing that some people... okay, well, apparently the bundles work like that. Which is something that, like, people do, like, personify. Like, if you don't fit in with the thing, you can be seen as, like, demonic or something. Then another one, is, like, it's called Exorcism. It's a pretty swank song, but, I don't want to kill a mother. I'll happily kill a father, though. Come here, single. But, like, if you really think about it, some of the lyrics are kind of relatable. Cause it's, like, in the beginning, it's like, the thing of, like, oh, you lied to me and everything you've ever told me were lies, and I believed it, now I can't escape from what's happening. Which I'm like, okay, damn. Didn't need to call me out like that, but okay. And I do mean, like, it's a full-on call-out, because it's clear that the person is, like, targeting a specific human. I don't know who, but whoever did, damn. You did your damage. And it's like... it's a good song. I highly recommend it. I believe it's Creepy's one. Or that's the Ghost and Palace. Just search up one of those two and just search up Exorcism and you'll get it. If you like techno music, that is. If you don't like techno music, then it's kind of an ear strain. But I like that kind of music because it makes me happy. And I do mean happy. It makes me like the autistic happy. Everyone knows how the autistic happy be. It's not that, like, I'm a hard autistic, you know? Like, I'm not a hard to please person. I say I'm pretty easy to please in my, it takes very little for me to be happy. Set me up with a conversation, way out of it, and, like, a crap ton of gaming hours. I'd be pretty happy for a while. I mean, I feel like anybody would. Like, I mean, like, I'm pretty content with how I am. I don't sound happy a lot of the time, according to my mom. Like, I sound upset. Which could just be because of the whole depression thing, but I don't think so. I think it could also, I think it's just a lot of reasons. I think it's also because, like, when I was younger, I wasn't really, I was never really, like, officially taught. I know that sounds stupid, but, like, I was never really taught how to feel. You know, like, I wasn't taught, like, oh, when you feel happy, you do this stuff. You know, I wasn't taught that, so, like, my brain was just kind of like, okay, I guess we're winging it. And then I was like, why are we winging this? I don't know what's going on. And then I ended up acting, and now I am like this. And by like this, I mean like unable to comprehend most human emotions because I don't know what the hell's going on with mine like half the time. So then when someone else is like, I feel so upset right now, I'm like, okay, you're upset. Why? You know, like, it's not me being insensitive, it's just me like genuinely curious of like, what's making you upset? Is that normal to be upset over that? I'm not the best therapist, I suppose. Or I guess I am, because people just kind of talk to me. I'm a decent enough therapist. Like, if you need, like, one of those buddy therapists, you know what I'm talking about? Like, those therapists that, like, all they do is just sit with you, and then you just talk, and then you're just like, you know what, I feel a lot better now. I can be one of those therapists. That kind of therapy is what I usually do whenever I become the therapist friend. Oh, I can select? Wait, hold up. How do I do that? I didn't know I could select it. This goes to show how little I know about this. I'm over here like a fucking idiot having to like empty out my inventory and whatever. When I could have just scrolled to select. Oh my gosh. And this is why I don't I feel like that should just tell you, that should be just telling enough. Yeah, but like also in the Exorcism song, one of the lyrics is like, speaking for me, I'm a worthless human being. He's speaking for me. With my own voice. You know, like, which kind of is more like, I feel worthless because someone told me I am, so now I 100% believe that. I don't know if that's just me psychoanalyzing a song. I think my mom's made that kind of hard for me to listen to songs normally. Because she's always like, well, what does a song mean? I'm like, it's a song. It doesn't need to mean anything. It makes me happy when I listen to it. Yeah, but what does it mean? There's a lot of songs I couldn't listen to anymore because she always has to be like, what does it mean? Like, it doesn't need to mean anything. Things don't always have to have a meaning, no matter how often your I don't know, parents or siblings say. Not everything needs to have a meaning. Because, like, if everything had a meaning, then what would be the point in being... Because then happiness would also need to have a meaning. Or, having, like, the will to get up in the morning would have to have a meaning. Like, I can understand, like, oh, I need to get up because otherwise then I'm in... Because otherwise then I'm in a predicament. Or, like, I need to get to work. I could make a lantern. Wait, I could have made a lantern? That's how you make a lantern? And here I'm thinking it's like a bunch of glass and shit. Oh my gosh. Do I want lanterns though? I think a lantern would be cool here. What do you think? Should I get a lantern? Should I get a lantern, buddy? Should I get a lantern? I don't know. Okay, you know what? We're gonna turn this into an ingot because we can always undo that. We can't undo a lantern. Because the moment that lantern is built, there is no point. Where is the... there we go. Ingot. Or nugget. My apologies. I did not mean to misuse it. I swear you can get canceled for almost anything now. I feel like it'd be a fun sort of game, you know? How fast can a conspiracy theory happen? Like an evil conspiracy theory. Like a bad conspiracy theory. Because I swear, the moment like you turn 18 and you become like a streamer of some sort, there's some conspiracy. There's some. Doesn't matter if you want the conspiracy or not, it's gonna happen. I suppose that the better word for it is scandal. Wait, where is my... There you go. I feel like the food part should be upstairs, though. Oh, let's put these away. I need uses for these, though. I feel like building something else would work better in my... That's a thunderstorm now. Haha. I could sleep. I don't know why it's specifically thunderstorms and the night that you can sleep in. It doesn't make much sense to me, you know? Like, why thunderstorms and night? Or, like, why the night and specifically thunderstorms? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, I feel. I don't know if that's just me being weird, but, like, I just feel like thunderstorms... I usually don't sleep during thunderstorms. For numerous reasons. You know? Why am I spreading this out like I'm ever gonna get golden carrots again? When I start a farm, these are gonna be the things that I plant. I like that idea. There you go. It's a bit more... It's a bit more organized-ish now. I'm gonna go get a iron. I'm gonna grab my iron pick, and then I'm gonna show you. There you go. I don't know why I wanted to do it, but it's been done. Oh, I forgot to cook the beef. Forgot that I had beef. I feel like I kind of want to make another bundle though. I need string, which means a spider. I don't know. I kind of want another bundle because I feel like it just make a lot more sense for me to have another one. Because like this is the like ores that I find or mine. This could be like rare treasures, and this is just food in general. I feel like it'd be nice to have one like for other things. Like probably not one for wood because I already tried that out like near the beginning when I got my first bundle, and the wood never came. Or no, the wood just didn't work because because the bundles can only hold the equivalent of a stack of an item. So like for example, if I put 64 items in there, it's already full, which means I can only hold like one stack of logs. I think it's good for like quick transportation. I feel like I kind of want to try it out with shulker boxes if I ever get to that point, but if you're ever in the mood for techno music that's a little bit like depressing, highly recommend Creepy and Ghost and Pals. They got good stuff, or at least the stuff that I listen to. I don't know if you guys ever want to listen to that stuff, or if anyone's even listening in, but it's stuff that I personally enjoy. I don't think it's just me, like, both liking creepypastas and things that are, like, slightly upsetting, but I don't know. Words are deep. Like, it isn't, like, philosophical deep. It's more of just, like, a, okay, great, I'm not the only person who feels this sort of way when it comes to things deep. It's just kind of nice to know that, like, someone managed to put pain and suffering into a song, and now you get to listen to it because you are feeling that emotion as well. And then you realize, yeah, it's okay to feel this way, because, you know what, life is shitty, but you can beat it with a bat. I try not to let life get me down. I'm one of those thinkers where it's like life's a little too short for us to be upset. I feel like that's not the best description of what I believe in, but like we might as well have fun while we're here. So why, while we're here, do you want to waste time on things that make you upset or frustrated when you can spend that time doing something that you like or going on an adventure? Doesn't matter what kind of adventure. It could be an adventure to the store or something. As long as it isn't anything like illegal, it doesn't hurt you or anybody else, and it doesn't infect anyone's health habits or whatever. I'm okay with you doing whatever you feel like, I suppose is the best way to say it. Like, live your life. I'm not dictating that. Live your life. No one should tell you how to live how you want to, because that's on you. I don't know how this got really deep and philosophical, but no one's here to watch it anyways, so who cares? Ah, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. I'm not putting that into the fall counter. Ah, dang. I was trying to get the... Oh, there it is. Bah. Ooh, another one. Haha. Hee hee. Ho ho. I don't understand why that's like a big thing. Oh. Ba-dum. I don't know if that's just me not understanding why things are funny sort of thing, or if that's like a universal thing of like the way that hee hee ha ha ho ho thing is so common. Like, no one laughs like that. No one goes hee hee ha ha ho ho. No one laughs like that. It sounds weird. Like, you get like a quick like tee ha ha ha, you know, like as a start off. You don't get a tee hee ha ha ho ho a whole often. Cause like I feel like that's only like rich snobbish people who are making fun of you for being poor, you know? Like one of those, you know those people, you know, like that one dude that like clearly has like severe daddy's money, but is always convinced that he's better than everyone else, specifically because he has daddy's money. And then you just wait for the day when reality hits him. That's why like I say, if you're gonna have money, at least raise your kids poor. That's why I 100% approve of Shaq's parenting techniques. If you don't know, Shaq doesn't give his kids anything, and he does spoil his kids. Don't get me wrong, he spoils the hell out of his kids. Every Christmas, whatever they want. He even like joked that he's Shaka Claus during Christmas. Whatever you like, because Christmas is a day of giving, so and like family, so he does splurge on them there. But he said that like if they wanted him to pay for college, they had specific prerequisites before that. Isn't their money, it's his money. So however he decides, he decides to spend it. They're not allowed to just spend his money however they want. There's more things too. I just don't want to list them all off. But, like, the only time that he really spoils his kids is on birthdays, according to him, is only on birthdays and, and Christmas. Which is an acceptable time to spoil children, because that's when everyone else is spoiling their kids. So, I like that parenting style simply because, like, you're not teaching, because, like, you're teaching your kid that, like, they still need to work for themselves. And if, and they can't just, expect to be able to coast by on, what you've done to make a name for yourself. Which is, because honestly, it stops kids from just being overly spoiled and stupidly obnoxious. Like, there's a person in my school that has a fucking Porsche. What high schooler needs a Porsche? I don't know why I called it a Porsche. I think I was just thinking of the name Porsche. But, like, why do you need a Porsche? Or, like, a freaking Lamborghini? What's the point? You're in high school. Like, if it was, like, if he got it himself, that's a different story. You know? Like, oh, okay. He paid for it himself. But I'm like 98% sure that his parents bought it for him. Cause that thing doesn't look used. It looks like brand spanking new. And I know, like, some people are gonna come at me and they're like, oh well, you can have like buy used cars and then spiff them up and then they look brand new. No, but, like, what I'm talking about, like, this thing, like, when I first saw it, it was on the bus, and it was, like, it was, like, a year or so ago. And, no, this thing looked, like, fresh out of the freaking market. Like, this thing, like, there's a new where it's, like, oh, yeah, like, you can tell, like, you could kind of tell it was used, but, like, it looks, like, lightly used instead of heavily used. But then you have but then you have this guy. This guy looks, this one was like, it's shiny, but like some places were kind of matte. No, everything was shiny. It was the freaking crab from Moana shiny. It was bright blue, which blue, I know for a fact, blue cars tend to always show wear and tear a lot faster than others. I don't know if this is a proven fact, but it's a I've noticed it harden like enough in where I just accept it's fact sort of thing. And this thing had like no scuff marks. Like this thing was like in pristine condition. Like it looks like one of those cars that you usually take out when you need to brag to someone or something. One of those like bragging cars. Lightly, like, barely used. I guess it makes sense that it's a Lamborghini. But, like, he had, like, 4 people in it. Maybe 5. Like, people were, like, it looked like an 80s movie when they have, like, the freaking Cadillac or something. You guys know what I'm talking about. When they have, like, the Cadillac and they're, like, sitting back with, like 30 people inside of the car. And also, how do I know it's a Lamborghini? Because I had the freaking logo on it. It could be fake. It could be a fake Lamborghini, or it could have just purchased the logo separately, but there's so many people there that I feel like it's just kind of dumb for you to try to fake it. Because this isn't like a small school. We have a pretty big district. Because a lot of districts, like, dissolve into ours. I don't know. I'm just very chatty today for some reason. Sue me. Actually, don't sue me. I don't really want to go to court. I'm 18. I'm already not excited for jury duty. What makes you think I'm gonna go to court just because you got mad at a joke I made? I don't think anyone really likes doing jury duty. I'm gonna be honest. Like, while you're sitting there in a courtroom for several hours and you gotta focus on a full-on he said, she said situation, except one side has evidence and the other side also has evidence. It's just, honestly, lawyering just seems more like a he said, she said situation, except you tell the other person to shut up so that way it doesn't overcome, like, you know? I never got the appeal. It isn't arguing like everyone says, like, oh, you gotta put out factual statements. No, it's just a fucking he said, she said situation. He murdered my wife. You got any proof? There's fingerprints on the knife. Okay, do you got anything to say about that? We weren't there that day. We have evidence to say that we were at, my client was at, a bar 4 hours away. He still murdered my wife. Well, I mean, the evidence speaks for itself. Are you sure it was him, or did it just look like, or was it just someone who looked like him? You know, like, that just sounds like a sibling squabble of he took my toy. No, I didn't. I was at a friend's house. You could have taken my toy at some other point. And then you know, like, riddle me this. Riddle me that. Everyone's like, oh, lawyering is so, like, specific. Like, no. It's more of just a he said, she situation, except instead of the rules of the house, it's an actual, like, law book. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I mean, the entire Amber Heard thing, back when that, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing, back when that was super, like, the biggest thing to talk about. It was literally just Amber Heard spilling things, like, just spilling things, so that way he would get in trouble. Oh, he did all of this horrible things to me, and it was so traumatizing. Girl, there is no evidence to support that. At all. Like, she basically became a meme overnight simply because she just couldn't shut up. Like, she just had to add more to the fire. She was just like, ugh, so horrible. And then, like, after everything came out, they were like, girl! I actually don't know what happened to her after that. I'm pretty sure she lost her role in Aquaman. Aquaman? Yeah, Aquaman. She lost her role in that. And then, I'm pretty sure, like, her acting thing got suspended or something. Is there, like, a license for acting? Because I feel like that's kind of redundant. Do you gotta, like... How would that work, actually, if there was, like, a license for everything? Like, how often would you have to renew your acting license? Do you think people would, like, be... If that was, like, an actual thing, do you people would, like... Would be like, ah, sorry, you're perfect for the part, but we can't hire you because your acting license, like, expired 2 days ago. That'd be funny as hell. Like, can you just imagine, like, okay, this is my big break. We love you for the role, but if you can get, but the problem we're having here is that your acting license is suspended by 3 weeks. What? No. I don't know. I just like being over dramatic, but that'd be funny though if there was like acting licenses. A cooking license would be funny though. Like, what, you can't cook anything at your house unless... Woo. Luckily, I didn't fall to my death, so ha. Because, I mean, like, think about it. Like, that would be funny. Like, would there be, like, like, security cameras pointed, like, in every kitchen or whatever? To see whether or not you were, like, cooking something without a license? Do you think how would that work, though? I feel like they would have to have someone on call, like, 24/7, be like, yep, someone's cooking without their license again. Or, no, this, so-and-so's license expired 3 days ago and they're cooking waffles. Just because it's in a microwave, Frank, doesn't mean it's cooking. They're cooking waffles. It's in a microwave, Frank. But they're still making waffles. Unless they have the fucking microwave oven. That's clearly that's not what it is. They're just heating up waffles depressingly in a microwave. Let them be, Frank. You were in that same situation 3 weeks ago. Yeah, but I had my license. I don't know. Great. Now I need to see something between these two. Give me my drama. How is it that I'm so good at making up these stupid little side stories when I'm supposed to be not doing that? I'm over here like, we're gonna have such a fun time. It's just so wonderful. And then, like, I'm over here, like, talking about what would happen if the world had, like, licenses for literally everything and anything. That'd be fun. Imagine there's, like, a tree planter license or, like, a good person license. Like, you can't be a good person if you don't have the license. Can you just imagine how funny that would be? Like, you see, like, a hurt kid somewhere, and like, your first instinct is to go help, but then you have to, like, oh, right, I need to get my license renewed. Fuck, like, what would you do in that situation? Like, you can't legally be nice because your license is expired. But you also don't want to just, you know, let the kid stay bleeding on the floor. It's not like he's dying or anything, but, like, the kid's injured. So you just kind of at some point you just kind of got to be like, okay, what's the penalty again? It's a fine, right? Is $200 really worth helping a kid? But then by the time you're in term, or either that, you just probably have to go find someone with an actual license to be nice, like, or a police officer, like, excuse me, officer, there's a fucking kid. I feel like you gotta cuss if you don't have the license. Or if your license expired, you gotta cuss. But yeah, like, I just think personally that would be funny as hell. I need to see Dystopian World about that stat. You may not rest now. The bed is too far away. Can I rest now? I know. I think that would be funny. I think that would just be really funny. Like a nice license. Would you also need like a license to feel like emotions, like a happy license? If you want to feel happy, you have to do a licensing exam in order to make sure that you're happy within the proper qualms. Be like, okay, like, what do you need this license for again? My daughter's birth. Okay, and it's supposed to be a pretty calm, happy time, am I right? Right? Okay, so why should I apply? Like, how would that work? Be like, give me your, like, can you do a quick smile for me? Your smile is a bit wide. You're gonna have to fix that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have to fix a few things, but I don't see why I can't give you the license. Oh, good. So you're gonna give me the license. I just don't know if I need to give you the license. What? You just said it was a daughter's birth. It's nothing anything like too spectacular. How many kids are you planning on having? This is the only kid I'm ever gonna get. Is this like relevant? No, I'm just exceedingly salty at my wife. My ex-wife. I don't know why. I like making up these stupid little stories. They just bring me some joy when I can just bring suffering to other characters. That sounds horrible when I say it out loud. No, you know what? I'm gonna use the same logic that that one dude uses, where it's just like, I have these tiny people in my head, and the tiny people will never leave my head unless I speak about them, but I can never draw them because I suck at drawing people. I want to kill. Damn, that's one resilient bunny. You see that? It took 2 axe swings. That bunny's like hide is made out of. Ooh, I didn't notice this before. Hello. Literally nothing else besides iron. Hell yes. I don't know, but like think about it. Like, that'd be a funny world to live in. I guess not to live in, but to read about. I don't know, you can follow like a character who's like every single thing has ever, like all of his emotions expired, and he can't renew any of them due to the fact that he doesn't have enough money, so therefore he literally doesn't have enough money in order to feel anything, making him forced to be emotionless. Then but due to the but due to other circumstances, he's literally like, oh my god, he just killed himself. Oh well. Poor thing. Die. 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 Thank you. Jeez. Rabbit hide. Yum. Anyways, I don't know, now I'm actually thinking about it, and I feel like that would be an interesting thing to read about, too, because, like, how would that person, like, exist then? Or, like, someone who's, like, cooking license expired or whatever, so, and before they can get it renewed, they can't eat. Because if even heating something up would qualify as cooking. Because of the stupid restriction laws and whatever. So I don't know. I'd personally like to see that into like a dystopian novel or something. Maybe like a dystopian movie. I don't know, I feel like you could probably do something stupid, like call it like the Allowed or whatever. I don't know, I already got little people in my head that I inflict internal suffering on, so they all just get to suffer. And you know what? They get to like it. Because that suffering builds them character. And when they build character, it means I get more resources to work with. I'm currently, in my noggin right now, I currently have an entire story plot line on a, I don't know, it's kind of based off Greek mythology, kind of not, and where essentially, like, the god of death finally gets fed up with everyone and decides to just go rogue, therefore reincarnating himself into a character, and lives his life happily until one day he accidentally fucks up, and the other gods find him, and then they like force him back. But then he just ends up recruiting his friends that he made while he was human to basically be with him for all eternity, so that way he can plot his revenge against the gods who'd wronged him in the past. I don't know, that just sounds like a sick story plot line, and I want it. Am I ever gonna write it? Probably not. Do I want to? Heck yes. I just don't really think one, have the energy to write that. Like, I can speak it just fine, but the problem is that whenever I use, like, text-to-speech, it always is, like, kind of icky with me. I don't know, it just, text-to-speech never ooh, God. Text-to-speech just never likes me. It, like, hates my guts at this rate. Because, like, anytime I say anything, it's either, like, you've spoken too fast, slow down, I can't understand what you're saying. You know, kind of like a police officer who sucks at their job. Or it does something along the lines of, like, or like, it does something along the lines of, like, not putting what I asked for. Like, for example, if I said the dog ran away, what would happen is I say the dog ran away, but then what they'll put is dog ran turtle. I don't know how, but it gets turtle. Like, bruh. Where the frick did the turtle come from? Yeah, I kind of want things for, like, hides or whatever, like extra drops. I think that'd be cool. No, but, like, I can't be... I don't know. I kind of want to write it. Don't get me wrong. I want to write it. I'm very tempted to. I just don't think I'll ever really write it. Just... I think it's also mostly due to just insecurities and stuff, because I've always been told that I'm a horrible writer. Which I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm young. What do you expect? A frickin', fully thought out telenovela? I don't know why that was my first thought. But, like, come on, dude. Oh. That's deep. Like my soul. I had to do something angsty. I don't know if I really want to be one of those kind of people, but there has to be a mandatory B pun. There has to be. Otherwise, am I really existing with you guys if there isn't a mandatory B pun somewhere? Where'd that other chicken go? Chicken's on the menu. Yum. I actually have to get, like, slightly more than what's in the bag, now that I think about it, so that way the bag can be more as, like, a backup food source. Oh my gosh. Die. Jeez. Freaking invincible chicken over there. Okay, well, that sheep just got one-shotted. So let's get, like, a few more. There you go. Maybe, like... There we go. There you go. Now we go home, we cook everything, and then we call it a day. Oh, no, this one wants to die too. It looked at me funny. So this cow. And this one too. I don't like it. Yum. What's funny is that I'm a bee, therefore I'm technically a nectaphore, which means I specifically drink nectar, and technically speaking, bees typically only really eat honey. If I'm thinking about that properly. Bees only really eat, like, honey. So, me, like, eating meat and stuff isn't exactly, like, the most canon thing. But I suppose, like, me having human bits would make sense then, right? At least, like, that's my thought process. I don't know if that's... Oh my gosh, why can't you die? thank you. Jeez, I'm over here freaking waiting for it to load and it's just not loading. I know, I think I'd like to have something like that. There's also like another one that there's also like another thought that I have where it's like, it's like villains, but they're kind of based off of like the Dazzlings from My Little Pony Equestria Girls. Like, what if the Dazzlings were like an actual successful villain group? How would they form? How would they rule the world? Would they do it better than that, how that society is already ruling it? Why would they want to? So, like, for this one, the Dazzling's, like, main source of power isn't their frickin' little collar things. The collar things are just there to amplify their natural voice. Kind of like more like a directional speaker, I suppose, is the best way to say it. Like, it's more like a speaker than anything else. So, it's not really needed. But often people confuse it to being like their main source of power because they're so like overly protective of it. But the only reason why they're so overly protective of it is because they're just expensive as hell. Because, like, let's be honest here, that thing in like most worlds is definitely not going to be cheap. Oh my gosh, can you like bunny, you know what? I guess rabbit stew is not on the menu. But yeah, like, I feel like that'd be a cool aspect, or like a cool thing to imagine. Like, what if the Dazzlings were like actually successful, and what if the Dazzlings' power sets were kind of different? Because the Dazzlings themselves kind of act more like younger, older, middle child siblings. Because, like, the blue one, I don't remember any other names, but like the blue one is clearly the middle child. The curly-haired one is the oldest because they follow her blindly, and the other one is more of the middle child because she just doesn't talk very much and she's more of like the angsty one. And I feel like it's a prerequisite that if you're going to be the middle child, you have to be angsty. I think that's just a me thing, though, personally. I don't know. I think that's just probably just me, really wanting them to win. Not gonna lie, I love the idea of like the whole like siren shtick. But instead of, like, them eating them, it's just them feeding off of, like, negativity. Which technically means, like, as long as there's negativity in the world, they exist. So, because they don't cause discord, because that's what Discord's job is. You know, via job description in the name. But, like, they don't cause discord, they just cause distrust and disdain. Like, they just cause anger amongst people. And then, not to mention the fact that they essentially control sound waves. Or specifically sound waves that come out of them. And that's a sick ability to have. Like, you gotta admit, that's a pretty cool idea. Like, that's a pretty cool, like, concept. And where, like, the literal power that they have is just their voice. And, like, the more disdain they consume, the better their voice sounds, I think. Or, like, essentially, like, the stronger they can become. And again, that's a sick ability to have. Like, can you, like, imagine what that would be like in real life? That'd be amazing. Because essentially what they're... After they get, like, the specific power of the ponies in the movie, they, what's it called? What they do is, like, is that then that's when they're, like, almost at full capacity. I believe. Like, that's when, that's when, like, they can finally, like, actually, like, fully control their sound waves. Because, like, at that point, all they could really do was just make people like them more. Or, like, be more inclined to follow their ideals. For example, when they used it on the principals. Well, principal and then vice principal. When they used it on them, their eyes turned green. And then, the other people were, like, blindly following them with, like, no other need. Like, they it's almost like they genuinely just were thinking for themselves. Which is kind of terrifying if you really think about it. Because, like, it'll almost be like they were getting brainwashed. I think we're gonna just only go for another 30 minutes. And then we're just gonna build up my tolerance for everything else. Yeah, how do I make a bundle again? Yeah, I just need leather and string. So if I can get the string. Sorry, I had to sneeze, but then the sneeze decided to not come. So now I'm very angry. Because I was prepared to sneeze, and then the sneeze decided to be no more. And I go, how dare you sneeze? You've betrayed me. It's gonna come back at some point. Sneezes are always gonna come back to haunt thy brain. I think I'm getting. I thought that was a fucking Nah, you deserve to die for that. Get over here. Get over. How do I, like, trap a rabbit? Oh, let's go! I killed it. It was deserved. They had it coming. That beast had it coming for jump scaring me. Am I also a wimp for getting jump scared by a rabbit? Yes. Yes, I am. Am I so much of a wimp that I'm gonna let it live? No. No, I'm not. It'll be delicious. It'll be the first thing I consume. Actually, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Just because I literally have no idea what I want to do. Like, I don't have any ideas right now. Maybe next time I'll plan out a stream. But until then, I hope you have, oh, hold on, there we go. I hope you have a beautiful morning, day, or night. And I hope you guys can be happy for what you have, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I hope you have a beautiful time for the rest of your week, for the rest of your weekend. And keep an eye out. Maybe I'll start doing the weekends too.